I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Walker Vikings. Happy Wednesday. Today's a very special day. It's a day of remembrance. It is September 11th, and 18 years ago today, we had the tragedy on September 11th with 3 different places that had tragedies. New York City, Washington, D.C. at the Pentagon, and then there was a plane that crashed in Pennsylvania. So today's a day that we want to remember the lives that were lost. Today's a day we want to honor the people who have worked so diligently to keep our freedoms here that we have in the United States. And so how do we honor those people? With the announcements this morning, there's a short video where you're going to see specifically the site in New York City where the Twin Towers were, how people come to remember and to honor people even now. But one of the things we're going to do today is have our Walker Family Circles. You may have already had it in first period, or you may be getting ready to have it right after these announcements. Our Walker Family Circle is a way for us to connect and communicate as students and adults here on campus. So today's question is, what makes you happy, or what are the things that cause you to feel happy? So I really want you to take this seriously, because this is something that's important in order for us to know each other better. So if I know that something that makes Miss King happy is for me to say good morning or to smile and wave at her, then I'm going to do that, right? Because I'm going to serve her and do something that helps her get that feeling of happiness. Everybody wants to feel happy. People don't want to feel angry and upset all day long. So please take this seriously this morning. Participate in your circle. Help everyone know a little bit more about you. And let's use that in some way to honor the people whose lives were lost 18 years ago today. All right. You should be receiving notifications on Canvas about clubs that are starting. Clubs will be Friday morning. I know there's Frisbee Club, Florida Future Educators of America Club. If you think you want to be a teacher, or you want to hear more about what it's like to be a teacher, we're having a club there. I know we have lots of other clubs, Stand-Up Club, a Poetry Hip Hop Club. So we have lots of clubs going on here at campus to help you be involved and further connect with a group of people. Open house is coming up, September 24th, so make sure that you keep reminding your family about that. Progress reports go home next week, so make sure you remember about that. And then don't forget about our internet safety family meeting tonight. A couple of agents from the FBI and some others from law enforcement are going to come. We are going to have Spanish translation. So come and hear about how to keep yourself safe on the internet and your loved ones safe on the internet. And they'll be here to give that presentation. All right, everybody, let's have a wonderful Wednesday together. Walker Family Wednesday. Oh, I forgot. You're going to see Teachers in Colors today. So House Determination got t-shirts already. So good for them, because they have their t-shirts. House Excellence, we are in pink today, and House Integrity is in yellow today. So you're going to see a lot of teachers wearing those colors, and we have house meetings after school where we're going to do a little bit of stuff together and learn more. So Walker Family Wednesday, let's have a great day. Everybody be safe and kind.
Good morning, Walker Middle School. My name is Mr. John, and I'm in Miss Layla's reading class, along with Miss Diamond, who is there from first to second period, while I'm there all day. I'd just like to remind you guys that we're all here part of the City Air team. So if you guys want to come get help with homework, we're here before school and after school. Also, we'll be implementing clubs. Watch these morning announcements to see more on those, okay? I'll be giving it to Miss Lori now.
Good morning, Walker. My name is Miss Lori, and you can find me at Miss Franklin's math class. I'm in there pretty much all day, so come say hi.
Hi, my name is Miss Shay. You can find me in Mr. Alwan's math class from 2nd to 7th period. I'm there all day.
Thank you, guys.
I do walking tours of the 9/11 Memorial for the 9/11 Tribute Center. And I meet people on my tours from all four corners of the globe. On every one of my tours, I mention that most people don't remember what they did yesterday. But I have had so many guests on my tours come up to me and say that they remember every single detail about where they were and what they were doing on September 11th, regardless of where they're from.
When you talk to anybody, say, you know, and you tell them where you were on September 11th, they'll tell you exactly where they were, because even though they may not have been in the building, but they'll definitely remember where they were.
People always remember every single moment of that day around the world, because September 11, 2001 is not just New Yorker's story, it's not just my story, but it is international part of history and a history of every single person in the world.
And what I say to my guests all the time is, that's your 9/11 story. And you should tell it, because by telling it, by doing so, you help us to share history, and you help us to keep the spirit of what happened here alive. I'm inspired by that. That gives me so much hope.
I believe September 11th would be the equivalent of D-Day for certain generations, or Pearl Harbor, or when JFK was assassinated. You know, those seminal, you know, markers in your history, in your lifetime.
My cousin was in Pearl Harbor. My father and grandfather remember Pearl Harbor. These generations will need to remember.
I think it's important to try to remember some tragedies. Remember that life can be very precious and can be gone in a flash.
These are emotional memories that cannot be translated into a textbook. These are stories that we tell people, and hopefully the generation will understand this here and bring it forward to the next generation.
I feel that a lot of people use September 11th to remember the wrong things, to remember the divisions instead of what brought us together. And I think as more and more time goes by, more and more people just remember the hate that caused that act instead of the love that followed it. We were all one that day. People from New York, DC, all over the country and all over the world. Everybody was united. I think that's why everybody remembers where they were, because everybody's heart was here. I remember.
I remember.
I remember September 11th.
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 I got a call from my daughter, who was working on Bloomberg News, and she said, "Dad, have you heard?" And I didn't know what she was talking about, and she said, "Turn on the TV, a plane has hit one of the Twin Towers."